Hello guys, welcome back to my video presentation. But in the video, I'm not alone, but I'm here and my partner is Aulianti Tuloli. In this video, we are explain about the resume of the research article Black Panther, a characterization study of Erik Killmonger's Machiavellianism. And we are group 9. I'm Yolanda, and student ID is 321420025, and Aulianti Tuloli student ID is 321420023. So guys, without wasting time, let's go directly to the presentation of the material. And the material that will be explained by Aulianti Tuloli. For Aulianti Tuloli, time is yours.
Introduction. What research question or problem was addressed? 1. What are the 3 dimensions of Erik Killmonger's character applied in the movie? 2. How did history influence the portrayal of Erik Killmonger? 3. How is Erik Killmonger's Machiavellian character expressed in the movie? Are there any hypotheses formulated? As the study enhances the characterization of a character, one needs to interpret and present the character features, sayings, and goals and concludes in order to create a credible analysis. Interpreting is a way of giving meaning to the assembled data in a study. However, one must have a strong reason and proof to interpret a problem and conclude a solution. For instance, the study initially described one of Killmonger's physiological dimensions as to be a brown-skinned African American male. The study precisely described what a brown-skinned person is and what an African American person looks like. With a proof of sales conversation in the Black Panther movie. The study explained the relation between a brown-skinned African American in general and Killmonger's presence in a descriptive manner, and the explanation thus mainly concerns how or why events come about. Methods. What type of research was done? The study applied collecting and observing methods based on Yim's book, Qualitative Research, from start to finish in collecting the data. How was the data collected and analyzed? Observing method was chosen because it best represents the way of collecting data without others interference or reports which could clutter the perception, even the problems and from a premature bias. Result. What were the most important findings? Killmonger's three-dimensional character aspect, physiological, sociological, and psychological. As an African American male who had to go through racism his entire life, including by the history of African ancestry, along with its impact on his tendency to be a Machiavelli. Were the hypotheses supported? A. Three-dimensional aspect. Agree. 1960 define that every human being has three dimensions, which are physiological, sociological, and psychological aspect. It is believed that without this aspect, a story would not be a literary success because it consists of another familiar and boring character, as they do not explore many dimensions in their presence. Influence of Black history. British progressives were notoriously responsible as the roots of Black history. It begins in August 1619 as one of its colonial memory. The United States of America was chosen to be the home of the enslaved Americans, ruled by the plenty amounts of ships. This was called the Atlantic Slave. C. Killmonger's Machiavellianism. The analysis below showed how big the influence of Malcolm X by any means necessary minors adopted in the characterization of Erik Killmonger. As a high Machiavellian, Killmonger was known to be an ex-soldier who was brave enough to be despised by his own country just to show his ideology of a greater good. M. Jadaka, Killmonger's real name, was researched differently among other Wakandas as an African American in a multicultural society and which had different perception towards certain races. This grew his motivation to enunciate his ideas in complex qualities as a high Machiavellian would emotionally lack of empathy and manipulation.
Okay, next is discussion or conclusion. What is the overall answer to the research question? This article shows the complex behavioral norms and Machiavellianism of a secondary character named Erik Killmonger in the Black Panther movie. How does the author explain these results? Killmonger's appearance as African American male has supported by his sociological surroundings in Oakland, the United States, which one of the worst states in United States experiencing racial segregationism. Furthermore, his psychological dimensions were known the ambitious and militant nationalism, who wished to end racism. Secondly, Black history explains Killmonger's behavior as an early American who was not happy with his living condition and come to a conclusion for actualism Marxism vision of Black nationalism. What are the implications of the results? The result of his three-dimensional elements and influence of Black nationalism were validated in his highest Machiavellian quality. He was portrayed to not hesitate to eliminate and make a fool of anything or anyone who got into his way because he was the only person in the movie who could think the liberty of Black people by implementing the Black Revolution. Materials of the study might help readers to appreciate intricate effort a writer should go through in creating a character, regardless of its status primary or secondary character. In the course of the study, innovative questions and incurring problems need to be solved. It is necessary to continue the study on the character. Development understanding and its connection to the current situation in the United States in which people continuously seek for equality, not just by race but also social class and economic status. Are there any important limitations? The following in the analysis of Killmonger's three-dimensional character aspect: physiological, sociological, and psychological. As an African American, Agatha, Erik Killmonger's Machiavellianism male who had to go through racism. His entire life is proven by the history of African and slavery, along with its impact on the tendency to be a Machiavellian. Are there any key recommendations? The K is characterization, Machiavellianism, black nationalism, three-dimensional aspect, and Erik Killmonger. That's all for me and Aulianti Tuloli. I hope that you can understand what we are saying, and also I would like to thank you for you guys for your pay attention. Thank you guys. See you in the next video.